Hej och välkomna till Folkets Radio. Welcome to the People's Radio of Sweden. Today with James Roguski, activist, author, and researcher. Welcome.
Thank you very much for having me. Relatively short notice. We talked a little while ago, and since that time, a lot of things have happened. Have a lot of news to share with you and your listeners.
So James, during the last year, has been one of the world's most fierce critics of the WHO's agenda, and he's been exposing this agenda to extend their power at the behalf of sovereign nations. And so we did an interview, it was about half a year ago, and you have done an enormous service really to all of us by going through tons of pages of bureaucracy and where all this stuff is hidden. So, which I think a lot of us, we don't have the time, we don't have the effort, and a lot of journalists don't take the time to do that.
I would predict that a lot of people are going to look at that and go, "Oh, hell no." Okay, and it's not just the United States; it's everywhere. And so what I'm hoping is that they've pushed it too far, they've overreached, they've made it clear what their intentions are. And I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. But my friends who are into the zodiac and astronomical stuff say that there's a astronomical shift happening at the end of March. And I hope and pray that people will wake up, and that once it tips and the trend really takes off, I think once people become aware of this, the WHO is going to be disbanded and disgraced and just wiped off the face of the planet, because people realize that any group that would try to take control over every nation on the planet and tell them how to run their health system is a group of people that cannot and should not be trusted.
We don't have freedom of speech on the major internet platforms today. Here on YouTube, if you bring up certain topics and the person you interview question the prevailing narrative, the feature will most likely be removed. After 3 times, you get your YouTube channel deleted. So, since this interview will most certainly fall into this category, we will continue this conversation on my other channel. Please feel free to choose between Rumble and Odyssey. You have the links below.